Adulthood sucks. Why? Well, first of all, it's super stressful, but at the same time, it's really boring. All these routines, morning routine, evening routine, during the day routine, night routine, I don't know what kind of routines else. And then you have to work all the time. Like, there's no time for yourself because you have to pay for everything. And that's not even the worst of it. The preparations for a shitty adulthood start already when we are children, with our parents basically trying to keep us alive and raise us in at least approximately decent human beings to fit into this society. And how they do that is by using a very special method we are all familiar with, called carrot and stick. Man, I have some memories of this stick, remember, bro? And now, before you think that my parents were some kind of tyrants, let me explain to you how they were using the method carrot and stick. Let me explain this on the example of good versus bad grades. When I would get a good grade, my mom would be happy, she would treat me to some cookies or some ice cream, and everything would be okay at home. But when I would get a bad grade, my mom kind of wouldn't really talk to me or would be sad or angry, and really the atmosphere in the house was really shitty. You know, like when somebody ghosts you, well, she was ghosting me inside our own house, and that was hell. Don't ghost anybody. Who's not ghosting me? Who's good Kuzak? Oh, good Kuzak, yeah. And that's global. We are all trying to please our parents. And our dogs are trying to please their owners. You're joking. But being an adult is not about letting other people decide what you want to do with your life, because if you're constantly just depending on what other people are gonna say about you and when you're gonna please them and not please them, well, you're never gonna really do what you want. But nobody tells you that. Nobody tells you now it's time for you to grab your carrot and your stick and go with it.
Here, and I ate all the carrots.
But nobody told me that. So I just kept going, right? At the university, I was trying to get the best grades to make my parents happy, but I was also trying to please my friends by, you know, always having like really good clothes and always talking about stuff they were interested in, or listening to music that they liked, or going to concerts they liked. Or when I got my new boyfriend, well, I suddenly became very interested in some new hobbies that I never even considered before, which was not a bad thing, that I wanted to do all this great stuff, but at the same time, it wasn't stuff that I really wanted. I was looking for confirmation from other people that I was doing good job. And so I wasn't really being myself. I was giving my carrot and stick to other people, like back to my parents who were just passing it on to me, or to my friends, or actually also to my boyfriend and the employer. And that's why adulthood sucks. Just like this weather. Let's go inside, shall we? And that's why adulthood sucks, because basically you grow up and people tell you now you have to be responsible for yourself and you have to make your own decisions, but you don't realize to what extent you have to make your own decisions. You don't realize that it's not just about where are you gonna put your money to, or what are you gonna study, where are you gonna work, but also how you're gonna reward yourself and how you're gonna punish yourself. When you think about how many stuff you have to figure out in order to really live the life that you would be proud to live, well, it's a lot of stuff. And to do all of that consciously, it takes some balls. Or some ovaries for us. We can still consciously decide that we're gonna give all this responsibility, or at least part of it, to somebody else, like our partner, or back to our parents, or our friends, or maybe even to our children. We can consciously do that, but mostly we don't do it consciously, like it's in my case. I wasn't conscious that I am still giving a lot of power to my parents, even if now I'm supposed to be a grown-up and make all of the decisions for myself and live this amazing life. Because that's really something my mom was always telling me. We gave you what we could. We taught you what we knew how to do. But there are stuff that we have no idea how to do, and we have no idea what's gonna make you happy. So you have to go out there and learn stuff. Because we learn some stuff in school, but not enough, and especially not enough skills in order to really make it in our lives. And so it all comes down to self-education, of course. It's not just about developing more of professional skills, but also about developing some skills in other areas of our lives. Like we have to learn how to properly love somebody, how to develop a healthy relationship. We have to learn how to maintain our physical and mental health. And we also have to learn a lot about finances, because these are definitely areas that we all kind of struggle with and that they definitely don't teach us in school. So, are you gonna grab your carrot and your stick? Self-education today is super reachable. There's books and there's YouTube, documentaries, and I really think we can all use some self-education. So what's the next topic you are gonna study? I'm gonna do some finances, I think. And in the outro, I would like to thank my co-stars, the carrot and the stick. And basically, can you not do that, please? These carrots everywhere. I'm gonna grab my stick. Legos. Yay.